one of the things that we're looking for, one of the main things, is we're looking for what we call bids. We're looking for bids back from those that we're connecting and communicating with. Now, a bid is simply a gesture or a movement from somebody else. So at the end of my sentences, what I tend to do is I give you a little nod. And what I'm looking for on all the cameras that I can see in front of me is I'm looking for those nods back. You'll recognize a bid. Maybe you're sitting and you're watching the TV with your partner or someone you're really good friends with, and something happens on the screen. You don't necessarily use words to that person, but you might say, you might sort of make a gesture, you lean over to them. Oh. Now what will happen is as they're sat next to you, is they will give you the bid back. They will go, oh yes, I didn't know. Now what happens if you give a little bid, you go, and they go, and they give you nothing. That's where you need to work 6 times as hard to get back that bid from the other person. So at the end of my sentences, what I've been looking for is, as I nod, as I am doing now, some of you are giving me the nod back. That means I can then move on with the next topic. I need to get the majority of these little nods back. I'm just presuming some of you are listening to music and not listening to me. Or some of you are still in that high cat side of the equation, and I'm not getting those bids back from some of you. If we were in the room together, I wouldn't be able to go for a break until I get enough of the higher cats in the room to give me a bid back, unconscious bid, before we go for a break. Otherwise, I lose the group's rapport. So I'm looking for these little bids, and thank you, you've just given me one there. That was very kind. I'm looking for these little bids back in order to know when to move on in my communication. So I would never close a sale until I get these bids back. And that is, so everything that we've discussed today, and I would give a little nod. Does this make sense to you? I give a little nod. I'm looking for that little nod back. If I don't get that nod, I never go through and try and close a sale. I've always got to get these bids back. There's someone upside down there. It's amazing to see on the camera. I'm trying to work out if there's bids coming back. He's upside down. I've got a little video to show you. I hope that this works. I haven't done this on the conference yet, but just to highlight the importance of these bids with regards to relationships. That's just a bid there. When someone looks at somebody else and they give those bids back, that's what we go through our life looking for. Bids back from those that we're connecting and communicating with.
Imagine you hear your partner let out an exasperated sigh. In that fleeting moment, you have a choice. Keep going about your day or ask what's on their mind. These small, daily crossroads may seem insignificant, but the choices you make while interacting with your partner could, over time, make or break your relationship. The sigh is what relationship researchers, Drs. John and Julie Gottman, would call a bid for connection. Bids can be small or big, verbal or nonverbal. We can choose to turn towards our partner in these moments and accept their bids, or turn away from them and ignore their bids. The Gottmans have spent the last 4 decades studying thousands of couples to answer the question, what separates the relationship masters from the relationship disasters? They found a critical difference in how each type of couple responds to bids for connection. In these moments, masters turn towards each other 86% of the time. Disasters turn towards each other only 33% of the time. A tendency to turn towards your partner forms the basis of trust, emotional connection, passion, and a satisfying sex life. When couples break up, it's usually not because of big issues like conflict or infidelity. More often, it's a result of the resentment and distance that build up over time when partners continually turn away from bids for connection. So take a page from the Relationship Master's Playbook. Notice when your partner makes a bid. Show interest. Ask questions. Nod. Listen, and put away your screens. Choose to turn towards your partner.
Okay, so I realized we're talking about relationships in that video there. Hopefully the sound worked for you all. But when we're talking about relationships, we're talking about that like and that trust, and that's really what we're looking to do with our non-verbal communication skills.